Hey Jack,
Awesome.
how's it going, man?
Going good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Just been cruising. Kind of had so much to write during lockdowns and stuff that I kind of didn't
Yeah.
get any time off, in a sense, which has been nice. So keeping busy, man. What have you been doing?
Yeah, same deal, dude. Like, I think it's nice because obviously there is a light at the end of the tunnel now. So we started working, work's been picking up a bit more preparation, more sorts, I guess. And yeah, I guess we've been pretty busy on that angle too. So it's nice to see work picking up for everyone again, I guess.
Definitely. And well,
Yeah.
because you guys have been really trying. I mean, your Lonely People tour has been rescheduled quite a few times now, which has been super disappointing because I really want to see Void of Vision and I want to see the new Deadlight stuff live. So it's kind
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
hopefully it comes around soon. So that's now scheduled for Jan.
Yes, January now. Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
unreal, man. And that's obviously in support of the Lonely People recently being
Yep.
released. You guys got a little bit of kind of off feedback with the get up, the image when you first posted the promo. And I think everyone shut up pretty quickly as soon as the song dropped, to be honest.
That's
Um,
it.
yeah, so I suppose, what was the thought process behind everything to do with the Lonely People and kind of, writing it?
I think The Lonely People is like a bit of a I saw a lot of outlets calling it like a call to arms anthem, and it is in a sense like a just a build up of frustration, I guess. It might be like a bit cliche to say and sound like a broken record about like a band writing about lockdown, but I think it's more about the reflection of artists coming out on the other side and just having a lot more, I don't know, meaning to what they're saying, and sort of it's coming out a lot more I don't know, everyone now I'm seeing coming out with new music after lockdown is it's just a step above like what they've had previously. And you can't like deny that the absolute frustration and trials that we've had to go through, like artists, industry alike, for the past year has played a contribution to the results that'll come out in the next few years. And I think that's what this song is kind of about. It's about just the rebirth of the music industry as a whole. It's like the whole first to like I don't know what the correct phrasing is, but like the last to come back sort of deal out of every industry in the world. And it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's truly like a testament to the strength and I guess the positive attitude that we all deep down have. And as negative as we like to portray things sometimes, it's definitely nice to see that everyone is still like in this for the long run, and like all our friends are just still bargaining on so hard. And yeah, I think that's all this song is about, kind of the rebirth itself of the music industry.
That's I suppose a very introspective writing style in a way because I've interviewed certain acts that have been struggling to write because they need their day job or they need outside stimulation to actually have something to think about and write about. So it's, I suppose, really cool that you can kind of look inside and be like, all right, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I want to convey. Yeah, I think it's rad. And that final breakdown, man, unreal, like so sick.
It's been one of my favorites for a while we've had in the bank. So yeah, I'm very happy to finally have it out.
Dude, I cannot wait to see that live. That's gonna have so much
Yeah.
now. And like, it's already interesting seeing you live because you kind of have the stage presence of that kid in the pit that's going more mental than all the other kids in the pit. And someone just gave you a mic. And I think it's so rad to watch, man. And I really, really cannot wait to see the Lonely People live.
Thank you, man. That's literally how I joined the band. Like, as
Really?
that kid in the band, that the band was like, I used to go and watch the guys in the band's old bands and
Yeah.
just mosh to them and get mic grabs and everything. So they literally just gave the kid going the hardest in the pit the mic for their new band starting. So yeah, it's good to see that's
Dude,
come full circle and reflects.
no, that's rad to hear that because I've always thought it. And that's so funny as well because I mean, every now and then, and you'd know it as a vocalist, definitely.
Yeah.
It's probably 1 in 1,000 people that you give a mic grab to that you're like, fuck, that was good, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, for real. It's so funny too when you get that. Like you put your hand and you're like, oh shit.
yeah, dude. I remember Joel gave me the mic for the Seems Like Forever. I Hate Hartley, and I can't do vocals, and I
Yeah.
probably ruined it for everyone in that crowd. So I felt so self-conscious about it.
That's so sick.
But no man, it is so much fun. And I kind of gonna call you out a little bit here. I don't believe it's just a single. There has to be something more in the works, I reckon.
Absolutely. Yeah. What month is it? Hold on. Yeah, there'll be so there's some more stuff coming next month, and honestly, like what we've planned out is it's been like a long time in the making. So there's going to be like, yeah, it's very different what we're about to do. So I'm hoping that people enjoy it, but I know there'll be a bit of backlash for some of the stuff we're doing, but yeah, this first bout of stuff coming next month, I think everyone will really enjoy. So yeah, there's definitely some more stuff cooking in the kitchen after that. So yeah, there's a long road ahead.
I suppose, was that difference that may kind of piss some people off upon release, was that kind of influenced by, Hyperday's reader and you with Cherry and doing all these different projects and different soundscapes, that now that you're writing Boy Division stuff, you're kind of thinking about different stuff to add?
Absolutely, dude. I think you nailed it before with just reflecting like the lyrical writing is a bit more introspective. I think the whole creative process is, in its entirety, has become a lot more introspective. I've had a lot of time to think and reflect, obviously, over lockdown. And yeah, I think just in terms of whether it be the clothing that we're wearing on these promotional pictures, feeling a lot more comfortable in our own skin. The music we're writing, being like pushing boundaries for ourselves, and just a lot of different sort of things that we've incorporated thanks to external factors like Cherry, like everything else that's been going on for myself over the past year. Yeah, I definitely say that's had a lot of an impact on, yeah, where we're going in the future. And yeah, I think there was a lot of hints on it on the Hyperdays Redux. So yeah, I'm excited to show people, I guess, an extension of like those reworked tracks.
So can we expect some collaborations on this release? Because I know Boy Division has in the past, and especially with the readers. So we can expect something there.
I promised myself after the album came out, the Redux album, that I'd do no more features for like so long, but we ended up sticking with a couple for some of the stuff coming out. So yeah, there will be a few that I never thought that we'd have, to be honest. Like, so I think the whole idea, if we were to ever have features again, it would be something that really brings in something that is not meant to be an Evolve track. And yeah, I'm excited with the couple that we hooked.
Definitely, man. Well, because like I was excited when you guys teamed up with Eka Vandal. And
oh yeah,
dude, like for you as well, considering in terms of heavy vocalists, kind of the two people that Eka has collaborated with is Dennis from Refused and Jason Alon Butler. I mean, you're up there in really good stead there. I mean, that must be
it's pretty crazy. Hey, yeah, she's got just this, I feel like I've always seen her with this hectic background of just that real punk ethic and the very like rock ethic behind her work, as much as she doesn't delve into that sort of, she does, but not as much as like in her new material. But all the collabs that she's been working with over the year, I think she did DZ Death Rays too, perhaps, and it's just, yeah, it's so sick to see her branching out. She's like a musical chameleon, man. She can just fit into absolutely anything and just pull it off without a break of sweat. It's awesome.
It's so cool how she does it, man. Like,
oh yeah,
dude, her first album, Closing Ceremony, on that almost had one of the sickest breakdowns of the year.
Yeah, like for real, dude. Kind of thing. It's so cool. That's what I instantly took back what I was saying about her not having as many heavy parts. As soon as that jumped into mine, I'm like, oh wait, there's that track with the wild breakdown at the end.
Yeah, like, I showed that to so many people over the year that came out, just being like, you got to suss this out right now, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a full rock out. It's sick.
And so going back a little bit, you said kind of next month we'll start seeing some new materials. So that means when you guys hit the stage at Night and Day, we'll definitely see some new material.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think because we were gearing up for this, the Lonely People tour, for when it was originally supposed to happen, to have a bit more out. But obviously we've had to like shift some gears and sort of adjust a tiny bit, but it hasn't impacted a whole lot of reschedule stuff for music releases. So we should still be all on track for dropping everything when it's supposed to come out still. So yeah, New Year's you'll have plenty of new stuff to listen to. So that's going to be sick.
Well, my birthday is actually New Year's Eve, so I'm
And
excited to be honest. I'm just based in Geelong as well, so I'll definitely.
oh, sick.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. I've heard so many people like the past few days being like, oh, my birthday is like New Year's Eve or New Year's Day too. I'm like, I had no idea how many people were born around that time, but it's sick. It's bringing in the new year, bringing in birthdays, got the lot.
Well, it's kind of I think there must be a few because it's one of the only dates that festivals don't give birthday tickets to. Like over New Year's, they're just like, nah, like absolutely refuse. So yeah, hopefully we can have a joint birthday with a bunch of people there in the jousting tournament and massive maze. So how are you feeling for playing at Kryal Castle?
Dude, I'm loving it. I've only ever driven past it like when I was younger, so I've never been in there. But yeah, I'm so stoked. I think that's going to be such an experience for everyone just walking into this zone. That's like, I love the idea of thematic kind of festivals and just shows in general. Like it just adds something to the mystery and to the enticement of it. It's honestly so sick, and we've got some like cool stuff planned for it as well to like kind of complement the whole medieval thing going on. So yeah, I'm super stoked on it.
Yeah, well, I think that would have surprised a lot of people with the lineup that actually came out because, like Viking metal and medieval metal is such a big thing that I think it's kind of what everyone was expecting. So, seeing Boy Division, Hellions, Polaris, Parkway, my dad was astonished. Everyone, like everyone was excited about that.
It's so sick. Hey, I think there was something there like years ago, way back when, and it just packed out and it was super sick. But they haven't really done anything in a long time at Kryal Castle. So this is probably a big return for Ballarat's tourism industry too. So it's sick.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And Ballarat over the last year, and I know that you guys are kind of onto some of these bands. They've been coming out with some really cool bands with like Anticline and stuff like that. Ballarat's got a really cool scene at the moment. So, hopefully some locals can jump on board. And
I was going to say, I was surprised Anticline weren't sort of on an earlier spot. Maybe that comes later on. I'm not too sure. But yeah, they're 100% like a massive shout for Ballarat scene. It's sick.
Yeah, man. I don't know how they're still unsigned at this point. If I didn't think that I may be a detriment on their career, I'd make a label and jump on it, to be honest. But so really, really excited for Night and Day. So that's coming out in December. For anyone that hasn't seen the lineup, that's going to be absolutely huge. And I suppose what else do you guys have planned the rest of the year? You've got the album releases, Kryal Castle show.
Yeah.
Start of next year, the tour. I suppose not much. You're pretty busy the rest of the year.
There was supposed to be one more tour that starts next month, and I think some of it is this year.
Amity?
No, that one. So that one's pushed back into February next year. But there was another one that's also very sick. It should still be going ahead. I think some states will be visiting this year, and then the rest got pushed back into next February. But yeah, I'm hoping that can go ahead, given like good news this week, perhaps with vaccination rates going up and everything. But yeah, there was supposed to be one more thing, so I won't give away any secrets yet.
Not a secret, but can you give away any hints?
It's probably like I don't know. It's a regional run. It's a very, very, I haven't seen a tour this big in a very long time, like in terms of the amount of dates. So yeah, there's a few bands related to it, but that's all I'll give away.
Will there be a Geelong show?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome to hear, man.
Yeah, it's super sick.
In a while.
That's it, man. Like this tour is going to the most wild places. It reminds me of like that Parkway. I
was about to say, is it
All Ages Assault? No.
Like, it sounds like Parkway's done the 6 Summer tour as well after that, where they kind of went to RSL clubs and stuff like that.
Dude, it reminds me of that fully. Like it's when we got the offer, it was just like, are you kidding me? Like this is bigger than like European tours that we do. It's fucking so extensive, but it's so sick. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I really hope that goes ahead. I'm going to keep an eye out for that
Same.
100%. And hopefully we can have a chat, you know, when you are coming down this way. For sure.
Absolutely, man. I would love to, for sure.
Definitely. Well, in terms of everything that's been happening with Voter Vision at the moment, that's kind of all my questions. Is there anything that you want to add in? Any bands that you've been listening to that you want to recommend to listeners or anything like that?
Bands I've been listening to, not in particular at the moment. I've been really branching out and just trying to focus on all the Bob stuff. But yeah, in terms of Bob stuff, I guess, yeah, keep your eyes peeled over the next month or so, and yeah, there'll be a lot more treats coming your way. So yeah, I guess keep it peeled on there.
Unreal. Well, that's super exciting, man. I'm keen about it. I know the faction listeners are. If you've tuned in halfway through this interview, we've been with Jack Bergen of Voter Vision. Thank you so much for your time, Jack. It's been rad having a chat.
Thank you for having me, man. Likewise, it's been awesome.
No worries. And I'll definitely catch you at night and day for a few beers and a joust.
Absolutely. Could joust. Yeah.
Sounds good, man. Well, I'll catch you then.
I'll catch you.